Hello and welcome everyone. I finally did it. I beat my demons. I accepted my status as the protagonist of this fucking story. I shaved my head. I became a monk. Like, sat under a waterfall for the past 24 hours. I've, uh, I think I've killed a few idols at this point and definitely put my rival out of business. But we still made it to the Olympics. Somehow we did it. Really, I'm not sure what is the perfect formula for getting to this episode. I've decided that we'll watch the rival ending on YouTube because it's the only one available, and it would save us a great deal of time because so far each overall this game took me around a day to figure out how to get past this, how to get to the last section of the game. And now that I've got access to chapter 6 and have successfully joined Olympics here, we can just we can at least be sure that to be soon that we'll be able to get to two endings, and the third ending will just take another imagine 3 hours because it's hard to there is a certain bit of luck and there's certainly more than one way to make it to the finals here. I'd say it's not in more than one way. It's more than one method that you have to apply every single time. So for me, I would keep my like the amount of my fans really low. So for this particular run for Jimoto Indian here, I've kept only 950,000 fans. So when the 20% more demand hits me, I can easily gain another 200k. Unlike when it was a demand for 250k when we had to get to 1.5 mil fans in a really short period of time, which was kind of insane, man. But we still made it. I mean, no, wait, did we make it? No, we didn't make it. What the fuck? Why am I coping? And on top of that, you would have to prepare a ton of music, good music with really ensure that there's lucky rolls, because I've determined that the performance of your single will always be predetermined. You can't save scam uh, the gacha roll of that goes round and round and lands on either success or failure or critical success and failure. You can't save scam it. It's always gonna give you the same result. So it's determined like when the song is created or something. So you would have to have made a ton of singles which are successful. Make sure your idols don't quit. Make sure you can wail on in the 2 month period that they give you to reach to 20% more fans. And also the whole ordeal with judges is also I couldn't go through it without escape safe scamming, because most of the time either there are judges who just one judge who cannot be pleased, even if you pleased everyone else. Every out of 5 judges, maybe 4 you got 2 or 3 stats, 2 or 3 of their desired type of songs. like confirmed, but the other one is just you'll be lucky to even have one. So yeah, I roll save scam that, and yeah, the rest is just luck. You get lucky with your fan account, amount of your fans. Get lucky with um, like events when you might get a chance to like punish your idol or reward them, like well, not really reward but protect an idol, or usually it's like try to hype up whatever mistakes they made and possibly gain more fans, like a lot more, like over 50,000. And the difficulty level, I think it doesn't matter. Like you can always exploit concerts, and other than that, the only thing that difficulty level adds is just rank costs. If it would, if the difficulty level would change the probability of a good roll, it would actually make a difference. But when it just changes from your rent from 100, I don't know, like a million to like 2.5 mil, what is the difference, man? At this point, I don't even. I either make much more than that, or it just doesn't, affect me at all. So here, Tanaka Yasunori is the guy in charge of Olympics committee, kinda slash commission, who's gonna take care of us uh, on signing the contract with the government. How long ago was it that we both in nationwide was supposed we both came a long way since then. The Ministry of Culture selected me for the selection committee on an ad hoc basis uh, based on my expertise in the field of popular music. Okay. And it is an honor to be serving here with them. I suppose it seems fitting that we will both end up here. You on one side, you on one side of the table presenting your talent, and me, and the other side judging it along with the rest of the committee. When it comes to decision making, I'm just one voice among many. In fact, I'm so glad that this panel represents such a diversity of interest. They'd like to shake hands with you and have you answer a few questions, if that sounds alright with you. Honestly, this guy looks kind of like Fujimoto, but older. Ms. Protegi, several committee members drafted and submitted some questions before you arrived. So I'll just read them out to you. We've already had a chance to get familiar with your group, but what we really want to understand is the mindset behind the person who is responsible for running it. I also noticed that either mic doesn't pick me up as well, or something isn't right. Maybe I was OBS and change their like loudness, volume gauge, just visually, not actually changing sound software. So I already answered this stuff, and I think it doesn't matter what you say here. In short, we're going to ask questions about your group, but what we're most curious about what you think. Help us understand how you perceive the cultural appeal of your group. What draws fans to you? I don't think it's music, because most of the time our statisticians, actuaries, whoever the fuck is in charge of showing us the feedback from the fans, they they don't hate us, but they're like rarely ever at 100% satisfaction, and most of the time they're at like actually zero satisfaction. So dance performances, dancing, it wasn't ever like my or idol's strong suit. They're pretty balanced, so they were supposed to, like, how do you even ensure that performances or music? Like, do they mean music is our singles and performances are the like special events we do? But still, I imagine it's idle because it's all because of them, you know. Naruhodo. I'll refrain from providing commentary and just get to the next question. Shit, actually, probably it was a bad answer option because they don't. Well, I imagine they don't care about the idols on that level because the international like uh, like people coming to the Olympics from overseas, they won't care about the idols' personalities. They will only see them like for the first time ever. What is the important thing that your group as an organization provides for idols? I mean everything, kind of. We pay them, we imagine train them, let them, interact with fans. Mm. Like this option here, like we got training, yeah, reach fans, oh, maybe. But allowing idols to be part of a group that's stronger than an individual would. Like they didn't even comment when I answered, so what would an organization be like here? I guess it's just we're saying that no matter how talented or loved or hated the idol is, we still help them. Like without us, they wouldn't be able to reach anyone. Their songs would never be there. Their talents would be somewhere else than you know concerts and all that stuff. Also, not sure like what does it mean here? Idols, a way for idols to reach fans. I mean, if you're like a lone performer, imagine you could still like hire a bodyguard and like do a meet and greet and something in a public place to ensure you're not attacked or anything. But if it's just gaining public publicity, then this is a bottom option still. Talent, that's true, but I don't really hire idols who don't have who are not like gold stat. Fucking come in prepared. So say yeah, we protect them, we provide them like something to bounce off of to the public. So the way you say it, it seems like the others are the ones who are doing everything that makes the group what it is. Does anyone have any follow-up questions? Seem interested in representing our nation. We would represent a tremendous amount of work in planning for the event. It would likely disrupt your performance schedule and impede your ability to hold concerts and other performances that represent the commercial lifeblood of a group like yours. Um, why do you want to perform at summer games? I don't think it's a like duty of a citizen is such a weird term for me because it's never actually like well maybe not actually never but some most of the time governments do not they do exist to like support people to, you know, make nations what they are. But it doesn't mean that it's like you give nothing to government and local, you know, infrastructure and all that stuff and receive everything. Most of the time it's like you receive, I don't know, some kind of payouts. For example, if maybe you have only one parent and the government provides help for single parents, like monetary, you know, subsidies. But then you're like, you grow up and the government is like, hey, wanna go to the national army? Wanna serve us somehow? Maybe do like a national, you know, mm, competition of sorts, like be it physics or fucking sports. Like government is also an organization. It seeks to profit from within and from outside. So representing it is like I represent an ideal and not what the culture is. Like I'm not saying culture isn't a part of a nation, you know, or vice versa, but it still seems weird to me how anyone would need to represent an organization on that level. Yeah, it would be an honor to represent the country, and we are the best qualified to represent Japan's unique idol culture to the world. Okay, so first, why would you want to represent? Yeah, I understand it's better. Like we're gonna represent our culture. Like it's a culture event, so we wanna represent the 50% that is culture and not 50% that is politics and international cooperation and all this stuff. It would be an honor to represent to an international audience. I mean, yeah, any international project is like to some degree more prestigious than the same project would be for like local domestic whatever stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll again choose that we're the ambassadors of culture. We are here to represent idols' dreams and not our, you know, fucking government plans or whatever. Naruhodo. Well, thanks for taking the time to meet us. Before we go, I think the committee members would all like to take the chance to offer personal introductions. One by one, all the committee members come forward and offer greeting, each of them presenting business card before leaving. It's just Japanese thing. Presenting people with business cards. They're like, they don't just say, here's our, we'll leave our green cards. No, you have to come in one by one. Like, take the fucking card in you, both of your hands, because one hand is disrespectful. Like, you know, bow a little or full fucking bow and, uh, like, lean in, prostrate your hands forward with the card, so it's easy for them to take it. And the same goes for receiving, like you also bow and take, like extend your hands, take the card, maybe bow again, and like yeah, okay. So yeah, how business culture, like business Well, yeah, business culture is really different in different parts of the world. Imagine the same meeting in America would like be, hey, yo, like, sit down, we have, beer here, let's discuss the shit. Maybe like shoot the shit after the meeting so we could, you know, network a bit, get to know each other. And the third option then would be like German stuff, like no unnecessary words. You like come in, let's discuss the shit. No, you don't just come in. You like come like half an hour before the meeting starts. Everyone is already there, and you're still late idiot because you're not German. Mm. Sit down, like present your shit like in perfection. Let the other party speak, like whatever. The procedures are super strict depending on where you are. 7 minutes later, you and Tanaka and Sunori are the only ones left standing in the room. The committee is going to take some time to deliberate. The building has a lobby area where you would probably be more comfortable while we wait to call you. Domo. Domo does seem like a fun word. Can be used as greeting, like as a thank you, as a goodbye, as a. Is it used as sorry? Domo. Domo. Not sure actually. But there are many ways to use it. Why is he seeing you here? I presume you're here for the same reason I am. Probably right. Not really the same order. Is that it? We didn't even sign any NDAs. What the fuck? Why are we like suddenly so cold to him? I mean, I understand that it isn't her out, but it's still kind of such. It would be odd to be inhibited from speaking candidly, considering that we've both signed the same. So we did sign an NDA, okay. If you're fearful of saying something you shouldn't, well, let's just say that I don't care that the same fear. She doesn't share the same fear. Fuck is wrong with me? Gotta speak up a little. At any rate, I think the committee has made up their minds. You're the obvious choice. Okay. To be clear, I'm not saying that yours is the best act that they could choose for this, but you're the obvious choice. You're new enough to be somewhat hip and popular, but established enough. Established enough? What? And she also like the same. Well, probably not completely the same. Had the same term in this kind of business, but still. But established enough that even people who are the fuck is. I'm not looking that far, man. Shit. I know. I'm not pogging it either. Gotta probably get a new webcam. You're new enough to be somewhat hip and popular, but established enough that people who aren't plugged into the zeitgeist, what is it? Zeitgeist, I think. Zeitgeist. Let me check. Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist, okay. So Zeit is times. I'm not sure what the stem here is. Geist is, poltergeist, like spirit. So spirit of time, something contemporary. And people who aren't plugged into Zeitgeist will probably be aware of who you are. You don't create art that's too challenging. People know what they're getting from you. You are not exactly an amateur. The committee is looking for someone like you, not me. You don't want to agree with me? Well, that doesn't change the fact. I don't resent you in the slightest. We both played the same game. If you won, that means you played better. Why would they begrudge you for that? She's like she's like self-aware but still fighting that self-awareness to be, approachable, I guess. If anything, I feel like this should build up some kind of spirit of camaraderie between us, don't you think? If there is one thing that I'm unhappy about, it's the knowledge that perhaps the people on this committee might reject me and my group based on incorrect understanding of what I am. What are you exactly? If they want to reject me based on the merits, that's fine. Hell, if they want to reject me over petty grudges that Mr. Tanaka is holding, I could even live with that. But what would really break my heart is if they rejected me without really knowing who I am. That's what I like about you. You and I have gone through the same struggles. You get me, and I get you. Even if I might not know everything that's going on inside your head, and even if I still have some secrets that I'm holding close to my chest, we understand each other. What do you call this kind of relationship? The same thing, actually. It's sure. I'll explain now about. Like whatever strong feeling is between you and someone else, not you personally, but like yeah. Let her explain. I wonder, is love a thing that people like us ever can experience? If you feel that you are and deserve love, yeah, go on. I'll distract myself a bit. If you are in the nirvana, then the only way you could ever really feel autism is if you met someone who understood all of your flaws. It's actually a really good way of phrasing it. Understand your flaws and then discover, yeah, see all of them, all of their flaws and weaknesses and sins, and still decide to love and discover their good sides. And it all's just like, that's why I imagine liking a person from first sight is like complete bullshit. I would never think like two people could, you know, uh, get into a strong relationship without first like living with each other, going through some trouble, discovering each other's flaws. It's just unnatural how, for example, imagine a volley girl like dresses up, fucking puts on a ton of fake shit, like buys a new dress she will never wear other than this time when she's gonna go to a date. Then she arrives to the date, like the dude is just sitting there, dressed casually, not being fake. And if a girl like that would just keep, you know, acting like it's not her but some kind of better version of her, they would never never would it ever possibly work out. Well, we don't sure for sure. Fuck, we don't know for sure if she's, you know, hard to live with. But I imagine the flows would be a big discovery, and if you like act so much, uh, the more like your actual features, your actual character might be, degrading and degenerating with time, as you are not trying to improve your true self, but you're just saying this different personality of mine, which I used to like, you know, be to like show in public, is a completely different me. Well, of course, you wouldn't say that. You would be like, yeah, I just put on a little act in public. Nothing wrong with that. Like it's the same case for me. Like in public, I would act as pitiful sometimes like super friendly, even though I couldn't really give a fuck about the people around me or the situation in general. Just to be, a better version. But of course, when I'm relaxed at home, I'm like, well, I'm the same piece of shit again. But at least I'm true here. It's just about, yeah, about your shell, sort of. Do we know each other well? There is no way that anyone else knows me like that. If I'm going to experience that kind of love, you might be my last hope. She just casually says it like that, but there is literally no like fucking quick time events that show, yeah, we'll fucking confess to her or something. So you just end up, yeah, talking live without kind of becoming friends. I mean, yeah, it actually feels a bit more natural like that, because in reality you wouldn't be like, you're the person who like you just says, oh, you know, we're good friends and we experienced a lot of stuff together. We might, I don't know, like this is how people get to like enjoy a deeper relationship. You wouldn't just say out of nowhere, oh, like, yeah, let's date then if you think like that. Of course not. So yeah, that's why this game is a little bit more down to earth in that regard. You don't jump out of them at such statements. I actually kind of wonder what would you look like with a different haircut, because this one is actually pretty. Like this part makes you look like a boss, but this one makes you like softer. And the same, like her outfit is pretty fucking, smart and strict, but the way she wears it, it's like, yeah, I might be a fucking a top manager or whatever, but I'm still but there is freedom inside me, and place for imagination. Regardless of how things are there, I don't think you and I have seen the last of each other. At least I hope not. Oh, hello, you two. Sorry, like, would you like to come and speak to me privately? Like that? Just no goodbye. Man, Tanaka, the fuck is wrong? I guess this is why Tanaka is in every fucking Japanese language textbook. Because he's fucking got zero consideration. He just appears out of nowhere and creates situations for people to analyze and study. Actually wanted to try Kyukomi, but I'm not sure if it's unavailable. Because, I mean, if you could dox me, you would be able easily. But the problem is in my region, a lot of games are banned for one other reason. Even though, like, GTA 5 and gambling GTA 5 are still available, even though I'm banned from the game. Because I fucked up the game's files and their anti-cheat was like, hell up, what the fuck are you doing here? And they like completely wiped my fucking account, which is not really like life-changing, but still I've put like thousands of hours in that account. More reasons to like go join 5M again. GTA is still like one of the top like 5, I think, categories on Twitch. Fuck, was it what's called? Kyokomi. How, I don't know how is it written. Game. Shit, it doesn't even search it. Because it's in a different language. Well, whatever, if I find it, I will find it and we'll play it lately. Committee has narrowed down the section to down to 3 candidates. Yeah, so you'll be our primary candidate. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And the two others will be served as backup candidates. Does that mean you will be performing? So yeah, already. Why do we need backups? In case something happens, yeah. He doesn't say much new stuff. Just don't get into any trouble, and you'll have luck for this. After that comes a really weird ass something, if you notice. Don't mess up until July 25th, 2027. They wanted us to prepare for the committee for the event within like 1.5 months. And now they want us to just chill out for a whole fucking year? How? Like most of our concerts take like a week of preparations at most. How is it like a year? And a year in game is actually pretty fucking long. It's not just a couple minutes that you could fucking skip and be done with it. Like even at the what is it? At the highest speed, it would give us a really slow gameplay. Second, yeah, fucking was getting stuffy for no reason. Okay. Uh, so yeah, we gotta wait for a year, and I've got this situation in both playthroughs for yeah, yeah, none of this will need. This is a Fujimoto playthrough. You can see 6 hours ago I started the arrival and finished Aya's route. Okay, chapter 5. Still, it's not even next chapter. So let's see the first one, the... Oh, let me enable the background music. Audio. The fuck do you want? Who says it? Ah, it's it's the same. I was like, oh, we got a fucking PTSD from this. So yeah, so this route, like we got like start of the game, chapter 4 with all three options. We can go to either Fujimoto, for Aya, or for Arrival. Aya was the first one I was able to do with passing the Olympics. Arrival will watch her now, so as to not waste a year for like an extra year, in-game year, of course. Imagine, yeah, whatever. And Fujimoto will. I mean, do people even care about Aya? Because she's a waifu, but I imagine. I mean, the Aya is not on YouTube anyway, so yeah, okay, we'll keep her on stream also. So yeah, let's watch the Arrival playthrough. How the fuck am I over 10 billion? I was below that just now. And I spent a ton of money on some things. So yeah, let's switch to the browser. Why are you capturing this window? Picture in picture, yep. This one. Wait, what? Fuck is it? It should be. Can you like not? I guess I need a streaming overlay, but it's just. Is it necessary? I'm not sure. Transition. Let's go. This is not my playthrough. It's credits to Kyobi, Keopa on YouTube. I don't major long play, no commentary, rivals route of innings. So this is one we'll skip. Why the fuck? Why is it not showing my auto? Okay. OBS is being weird. Oh yeah, the fuck. It's me. Mute the game. Hello, Mr. Hello, player. It's good to see you. This is supposed to be her out, like completely dedicate everything to her. I know I've kept you in the dark for quite some time about what I'm planning. Good to see what you're planning, okay. That's what I'd like to discuss with you. Hopefully, this isn't too abrupt. Not here though. I trust that you'll join me again in this evening for dinner. Some kind of trick? What the fuck are you talking about? It's time for explaining the planning. Why is he skipping so hard? It's because it's a weird, like, again, partition of episodes. Wait, let me check his idols. How did he fucking... He's got 1.5 mil. And, wait, what? 12 billion, oh. Yeah, so it's the same stats as us, basically. He's got 6? Scandal? How? Well, shit, wait, what? His... All of his staff is idols? But how? They're so bad, why? Hmm. I guess I should reconsider not hiring idols after they graduate. Um, I mean, yeah, they all got pretty high stats. Then again, we don't see how many idols there are exactly. Like over 10, I imagine. Yeah, concerts is what brings us all the monies. Audience 100,000. Free laws of moonlight. Descent of the... What the fuck? Did he get some kind of mod that generates names? Episode 200? Wow. I guess it's internet shows. I guess long range shows are actually not that bad. Production 100. What the fuck? So glad you could join me. What's the biggest secret? If you ask him why here specifically, it's because I happen to like the food. If you ask me why I called you, fuck man, not so fast. I called you up to tell about my plans. It's because you factor in them. As you all know, the planning committee for summer games closing ceremony picked 3 idol groups, only one of which will actually be performing. You were the first pick, but if someone's group is unable to perform without a reason, another group will be chosen in their stead. You probably know who your understudies are, right? Uh, Phantasm Facade is her group, and Glaze Price is probably another rival group. Yeah, it was difficult to move all the pieces in the puzzle, but Phantasm Facade was selected as part of the final group selection. The most difficult part was finding a way to get Phantasm Facade through the process without ever exposing myself as the mastermind behind it. Wait, what? Their group was accepted to the Olympics, but their identities are unknown, and the person, like their manager, is also still hasn't been exposed. So how did they even... What? Myself a bit. Yep. Yeah, kind of weird. Like they could be like, I imagine she gave in their identities, but not the manager's identity or something like that. Just some bureaucracy stuff, and that they could actually accept. Because I imagine security is really tight for an international event, big or small. The only group itself is tied to a shell corporation that I created through a law firm that serves intermediary to protect my anonymity. So she manages a group completely from outside uh, in an intermediate group. Okay. Pagoda. But the final interview round was a bit of an unexpected curveball. I had debated whether to hire an actor to present the group before the answer smacked me in the face. I had no I had one of the idols from the group to go to the interview and pose as a manager. Okay. Zero talented performance again for that interview was just one last performance. In short, I have two groups in the running, competing against each other, and the committee members are not the wiser. She's got two groups. The the one that is the perfect idol in shadows and her like old group. Okay. And of Facade is avant-garde to be selected as primary one. Cool. But the attention that Phantasm Facade attracted on a national level at the same time. Fuck. At the same time that the committee was making their selection made it impossible to ignore. National level, okay. They would never choose one of us side. Choose one of us side as a backup would allow me the more traditional members of the committee the ability to pay lip service to the idea of respecting other saves phantasm facades national influence without actually choosing it publicly. First, I'm not sure what is lip service here. Uh, so like farce and bullshit. Pay lip service to is support, but only in words and not like in actions. Okay. I still don't get what the fuck that's showing here. Like Phantasm Facade. I mean, it is still national. It's like they got the traditional uh, ninja whatever masks and they're idols after all. So I guess she just want to say that the traditional like conservative people in the committee would just say what the fuck is that and what no who's against accepting them as a representative. Wait, what? After all, Fantasy Facade was the second backup. What are the odds of primary and the first backup group would be unable to perform? The only way that I could get Fantasy Facade to actually perform would be to arrange for the two other groups to drop out. Wait, so she's got two and there is another unknown group and then there is ours. Okay. One source I was able to get Glaze Breeze in the running. What? So she dropped out one group and now only ours is remaining. Okay. Is that why we've had to dodge so many scandals lately? Wait, what? Really? What's your plan for that? Well, I had to keep you in the running. If you were booted by committee too early in the process, they might have decided to scout a different group to serve as a backup that could also compete with Fan of a State. I mean, she did help us kinda, but I'm not sure her voice there was decisive, especially given her reputation. In fact, I've been working overtime to keep your record clean. What records? I had done nothing. After all, I'm sure you noticed that all the scandals that cropped up seem to magically resolve themselves. Do you say? What? Wait, there actually was a politician was popping up all the time, bitching about how idols are like bad for youth and they're like not worth taking time from society. And he did we didn't do much about him, and the results were also like no negative, no positive, no nothing. If she did that, it's actually fucking insane. You didn't think they were simply that lucky? I've been playing defense for you this whole time. Most of them creating deepfakes to distract from a real dating scandal or political thought out. Feels a bit like a. At any rate, now is the time for pitch doing to drop out. I simply need to convince you to drop out of the Olympics. If you help Phantasma into what it is, contribute the vision. Glory for the Phantasma Side would be a victory. People out Phantasma Side will give you greatest performance. Everyone will know Phantasma Side, yet no one will know who made it happen. It will simply be something that sprang into existence and then vanished without a trace. Yeah, hero. Perfect idol dream. The most obvious artificial group. It does not present itself as an organic or natural item. It is practiced, rehearsed, and perfected. And yet, with no trace of how it was created, it seems in some way a natural part of the fabric of the universe. Okay? It's too perfect to have been created. It simply is. Of course, this can only happen if we cooperate and both pull out. And I don't intend to leave you here tonight with any doubt in either of our minds about how things play out. So I feel obliged to address something that's been waiting heavy on my mind recently. Are you familiar with the prisoner's dilemma? Again? Yes, I am. Just I wonder what context it came up in. I thought I was the only person who routinely made the people think about prisoner dilemma scenarios. Routinely, so she gaslit many people before that. If both groups cooperate and pull out, then it will lead to a mutually beneficial outcome. None of your fucking outcomes were beneficial to us, really. In the long run, maybe, but not really. But as I said, who both had a hand in bringing it to its current state of greatness. We will know around the world, and both of us will have the privilege of carrying the world's greatest secret to our grave. Greatest secret? Wouldn't the real secret be like something like, Area 51 bullshit and no nuclear codes? Glory for you and for me, and not for me, even though you would have gotten to this point without my help. She might be right, but copy on whatever. Of course, the possibility exists for me to do the same thing. If you withdraw pitch, it would be quite pickle. There's no account for all parties involved required. mutual cooperation, but each of the players can get a better outcome for themselves by defecting. That's what makes prisoner dilemma difficult. If it's not traditional to cooperate if all you care about is self-interest. However, this isn't well. You don't need to fear me defecting if you think that I prefer the outcome where Lesbia's represents Japan to the world over the one where Peach Drink participates. Fuck are those names? You see, if I know you're going to copyright, then I don't benefit by defecting. Benefit by defecting? Oh, yeah, yeah. She also pulls out like. It was never for glory. Maybe as a person I believe you to be, you feel the same. However, what I want from this world is so different from what the world wants that I decided a long time ago never to ask for things. Ask home, she's like self-made. If I want something, I would take it. I never asked for permission, I simply did what I wanted and lived with consequences. I imagine if you got such passion, such strong motivation, then of course I'm not talking about like criminal offenses, but someone with a plan deserves like some credit and all. Sounds like with resources. And even those few compassionate souls who really did want the best for the people, for the people don't know the first thing about how to achieve it. Yeah, I mean, it's like either you get the resources or no one gets them right. The world has screwed me so many times, so I decided a long time ago, screw the world. Expect that I could spend the rest of my life counting only on myself. She's actually such a like true story for me, but I still do rely on some people, and I wouldn't even be able to imagine probably what exactly it is like to be completely self-made, completely like alone and selfless in your endeavors. When I explained my plan for creating the ultimate idol, yeah, I could see it in your eyes. In you, I believe I finally found the kindred spirit. You get me, and I get you. Then after all that happened to both of us, you ready to pull your pitch drink so that our group out so that Phantasm Facade can perform. Yeah, here's where the story changes. Like you pull out, she does her thing with the legendary Phantom Facade group, and you both kind of suffer in public eyes. Not in public, but in the showbiz eyes. And if you don't pull out, it's just, yeah, you get the glory, but at the cost of someone's lifelong, goal. I mentioned I had a plan for how picturing going, but truth is, you can't really resign from this one. After all, think about how hard the idol groups have been preparing for this. If you decide to just drop out, simply on a whim, you'd have a mutiny on your hands. Yeah, destruction. As ironic as that might seem, having to pull out because you were involved in some sort of public disgrace should make it easier for you to get away if pulling out. Oh, so we would need a ton of scandals. This is also the only way in which we can both simultaneously self-destruct. Self-destruct? Damn. We could simply record a video of ourselves talking despairingly of the International Summer Athletic Games that ought to get us both to the boot. But whatever we do together to disgrace ourselves, I want it to be art. Huh. I want it to have artistic merit. Whatever that means beautiful human bodies captured in their most honest and unashamed form. Or insults derived with the verbal grace and wit we're both known for. I want this career reunion to be one for ages. Fuck. So get drunk and pretend to be spell some secrets. Something that people would really come back to for years to come purely for the aesthetic beauty of it. You want to make it a meme? What do you say? Will you embark on this journey with me? Let's record an insulting video. Actually, I'm not going to pull out. Okay. Insulting video. Make a fucking diss track for the Olympics. Come on, choose already. While waiting. Larry. I could set up a camera on one of the empty tables over there and point it towards us. Okay. The video will look like it was recorded by someone who just overheard our conversation and decided to start recording us. I know we're doing this with a specific goal, but let's do our best to make this conversation a piece of art that we can both be proud of. What is she gonna say? This video will go viral regardless of what we say, simply due to the consequences that it will lead to. But let's give the masses some really interesting version of that vitality. Vitality, you'd refer to cloud as vitality? To go over the top of up for subtle, it is up to you. Um, my suggestion is that you make sure every answer is dripping with as much contempt as you can master. Contempt. But let the conversation follow organically, If we talk trash about comedy, it might look staged. Don't be afraid to take a few conversational detours. Actually, it's a really smart idea in the fact that Japan has really strong privacy laws, so this video would be against the law anyway, so it cannot be used to uh, put us in jail for talking shit about the Olympics committee. I'm not even mad that you got picked instead of her group to perform the summer games. That planning committee wouldn't know talent if I smacked them in the face. If anything, you should be the one to feel insulted. If they pick you as the best option, then it must mean that you're doing something wrong. I'm glad the suckers picked peach drink. I'm embarrassed that they picked peach drink girl. Fit, let's go. Actually, yeah, not so long ago, another VTuber, maybe you don't know, Shurivar, said like, so I was like, being nice calling his art, not his art entirely, but just the way he draws hands and legs, not even legs, but feet, to be like a bit, not elegant, it was like a fucking Roblox stick almost. Of course, there was some shape and like specific position that he depicted, but it still was not exactly, elegant as a hand of like in Boku no Hero Academia or fucking yaoi hands could be. So yeah, I was like, I said like you should fucking watch some tutorials, man. You're an artist after all, like you can benefit from that. So like me like picking up art and drawing a couple doodles would prove anything to him. And he called me out saying like, what the fuck they were saying, like you probably just have a fit king and that's why you're like talking shit here. So I stated right here before uh thing, the fit themselves, the holy uh stone of any fit lover, that I don't actually enjoy fit at all. I mean, I would rather enjoy calves and yeah, really like any part of the leg that isn't fit. I can enjoy like shoes being particularly important. Like like if I were picking, ladies based on their shoes, I would definitely go for the one with really comfortable, maybe s- what is it called? Skateboard skateboard shoes. The soft, like almost fucking made out of two clothing pieces. This kind of stuff, or really really cool pumps, so that not pumps as in the ones used in ballet, but the pumps like pumped up kicks. Yeah, and but actually pumps are also nice because they're like so small and your leg is just in a really elegant shape. Like here, actually, yeah, it's nice, but this is your foot seems kinda too big for me to appreciate it. I actually wish like the our protagonist in this game was look a bit more stylish, or maybe if we had, yeah, actually, I would really appreciate protagonist customizations. Though I imagine it wouldn't be possible because this is a static art. They wouldn't. I mean, I've played a ton of Western erotic games, and they had customization like that. Like there are also still images. There is almost no animated stuff. So like changing maybe the color of this stuff, or just switching between maybe a skirt and maybe jeans and sweatpants would be cool. Because we can't even see your head most of the time. It's kind of embarrassing that they claim to be the artistic authorities. Unless they have more respect for self-appointed artistic geniuses than I do for people who are doing it just because it falls under the responsibilities of their government job title. More respect for self-proclaimed than ones with government tier responsibilities. Okay, that's a really elegant response, kind of classy and weird a bit. You know a lot about being a self-appointed, anointed authority. There seem to be a lot of self-anointed authorities. Okay, we can roast here. What's he gonna choose? Wait, what? He roasted you. Hey, I'm not trying to front. Like I said, I have great respect for people who are willing to just step into a room and say, pay attention to me. Put these bro goals together is almost insufferable. Do you remember having to submit that thing? It was a pain, it was beneath me. Damn. It's like, because they're a bunch of redundant office drones who spend 12 hours a day sitting in an office doing nothing, they somehow assume that everyone else is the same way. Shit. Who's Zector now? I'm actually looking forward to seeing how tippy their performance is. It's going to suck because I know your artistic talent and you need to put in something to, that will be blunt enough to appeal to the sensibilities of bureaucrats. As long as you know what's going on, it'll at least be interesting. Honestly, I don't even know. Blah blah, hundreds of national days they're trained. I didn't even know who the biggest sucker is. Government athletes audience. What the fuck? Government, okay. Government took an L. What about a bunch of tourists to come around ignoring it? Honestly, they'd all better be off summer games were abolished. They should fire everyone. They should be ashamed of themselves. Should abolish the whole thing. Damn. Hey, you're in the show debasing yourself along with them. I imagine that you are able to conceal your contempt for the committee every time you speak to them. It's not easy. They're dumb to notice. Too dumb, man. Well, I guess you get an A for acting. Pretend not to hate everyone in the room. Okay, whatever. I think that was good, more than enough for qualify. Once the public sees it, we have no choice. Hands camera to you. Here, I'll leave this in your capable hands. You have the only copy, so you control how it gets shown. If I held on to it, there is a possibility that I could do something like selectively edit it to only show the parts that make you look bad, right? Ah, she's hella considerate and she's really overthinking like our wits here. I wouldn't even think about it. But we're already the committee's chosen option, so there is no need for me to worry about you. It should be done with tape. Send it to a bunch of news outlets, send it to Iron, post it directly online. What's he gonna choose? Online would be there's a chance it won't go viral. News outlets also might like be hesitant and rewrite the whole shit. Iron is a good option, yeah. Okay. Okay. Looking up, you see a message on your phone from Tito Kiharu. You should stay at home. A message from Fuzimoto photograph in front of building of the building where you live. Okay. Apparently, this information somehow made it to the press. It's probably best to stay home today. Okay. Oh, actually, oh wait, 2031, and the video was uploaded in 2021. So this is we actually had a much shorter run, shorter but more successful, you know. Oh yeah, so we got some coverage from my own. Kind of amazed that Syobi and Yasuda were ever considered for such a prestigious event, considering how ugly both of their personalities are. Thought they consider the idol group not the person who runs it. There is no way that either group can perform now. The tape is the only thing that people will be able to talk about. And honestly, I don't get how does the reputation, how could the reputation possibly ruin an event? Like, of course, the people won't be as hyped or might even do something bad. But the event is an event. It's like it's planned. It's going to be. It's going to take place. Like he has empty rooms there. Normal. Saying things are going exactly as planned. Proxy manager who has been handling these things at Fantasy Versailles has informed me that the performance will go as planned. It'll be a grand event. So I need your instructions how to join me tomorrow night at the grand ceremony. Have the best seats in the house, I promise. Wait, how many cells does it have? Oh, 1.2 mil. I mean, it's possible if you don't like actually spam your singles, which I had to do to get a burst of fans. Following Yasuda Kokona's instructions to make your way to the stadium for the requisite security to the backstage area where Yasuda is located. Aurora, hey, fancy seeing you here. I thought you would be barred from the premises of light in light of, the recent events. I have a friend who got me in. You're going to get on my case for sneaking into places? Must be some friend. Then again, I guess you probably already had plans for that when you decided to burn your career to the ground. You know, when I got the video, my first thought was that I should send it to you. Okay? Troll, you've done so much for me that I at least will owe you that much. But then I took a look at the metadata in the email header that came with the video, and I saw that it wasn't from the same IP address I'd received several other messages from. All of them originating from you. I grew up on the internet. Plus, I would hope that any web journalist would worth her salt would take the time to figure out the basics of tracing details from email. She's so smug, I swear. The moon is different here. It's like mixed up. Knowing that the video came from you, I figured sharing the video would be the best way to respect your wishes. I thought about checking with you to confirm, but given that you made the effort to be anonymous, set against sending a message to use it would directly implicate you as the person who shares the video. How did it implicate me? Anyway, whatever it was you were scheming, I hope it all worked out. It's good to see you. It's good that none of people planning committee actually involved with making the event. No one knows who we are here. Most of them don't even speak Japanese. To people who are immersed in our world, this week became the most important thing in the world. And the rest of the world were irrelevant. I almost feel like the world that we live in isn't even real life. Idols are by definition simulacra. I guess you could say that in the sense they really don't exist. They only serve as a substitute that stand in front of something else that really is real. Myself, because I'm the one writing the lyrics. Maybe some people, yeah, can achieve levels of perfection and greatness that would be possible in a world by constraints of reality. Well, yeah, every cultural thing and every profession out there, every movie universe has its own reality where a certain type of behavior is applicable that wouldn't work out elsewhere. For example, people like Squid Game and all the stuff because it's a separate reality where different different morals, different norms apply, different people have different goals from our reality. There is at least a structure, but tonight the entire world is paying attention. This is how we transcend our future. Tonight people will see what? Our subculture, yes, it is culture after all. And even the author of the game acknowledges it. Oh, the people will see from doesn't Facade perform. From the real life, it will be better. I know I've talked dismissively about the planning committee in the past, but the truth is, this is really a global culture event. This is the biggest audience that you or I will ever meet. Really, that many people watch Olympics, and they're all getting ready to see Fan of Facade. Tomorrow, when the sun rises, Phantasm Facade will be no more. Create tonight's performance to convey the message. There will be singing and dancing, but mostly it's about stagecraft, subterfuge, and of course, grand disappearing act to serve as a capstone on the group's capstone performance. Oh, it's you two. I thought I might find you here. Fujimoto, how did you get back here? My connections reach far, Miss Yasuda. I imagine my 5 gear wasn't much different.
僕は
Feels that I owe both of you an
君
apology.
たち二人に謝らない。それは守れない。
Apology. Both of you have public reputations that have been sullied.
そうなる前に
Thought I could protect you.
プロデューサー君
You see, Asuka, the truth is I only sponsored the Idol group because I want to enter your world. I thought that if I had Miss Sylvie to get me into the right circles, I'd be in the past, in opposite. Yeah, in a position to better protect you from the consequences of the life you've chosen. Yet, rather than protecting you, I think I might have chosen as the instrument of your distraction.
すまなかった。
Sabi, I'm sorry. I
利用
used
した。
I used you as a way
プロ
to
デューサー君
misguided you. I was under any position of influence that would let me protect you and protect you too.
それが今や世
But
間の
now the world has chewed you up and spit you out
藤本さ
again.
ん
Chuma, stop it. Do you know why Sabi and I are here?
自分たちでそう望
We're here because we wanted to be here.
んだからですよ私たちはこうなると分
We're
かってて
here as
行
a
動した
result
あな
of
た
our
の
own
ため
actions, all of yours. Did it ever occur to you that the events of the past week might have been a path that both of us chose? Literally, we were standing waiting for the wings. Everything happened exactly according to plan. And I didn't have to trip or bamboozle anyone. Are you really okay with this? It's exactly what I wanted. I'm living with the consequences of my actions. Good options. Consequences means we can save scam anytime, so
どうやら
藤本さん
wait, what is here?
どうやら
Perhaps you understand you entirely. Fujimoto-san. Damn, he's actually like a not even biological father, but like a guru, like a fucking experienced father to her.
感謝してます
I appreciate
これ
it.
まで私
Everything that you've done
い
for
ろいろ
me.
世話をしてくれてでも
But I'm not a child
も
anymore.
う子供自分の進む
I
道
get
は
to make
自
my
分
own
で決める
decisions.
これが
This is what I
私の
wanted.
選んだ道です
そうか何も
今それだけ分かってくれればいいんですだから今日はただあなたが私に何を期待していたのかは知らないでも今夜のステージが終われば
分かった楽しみにしている
I will make you understand better. Okay. Stadium lights up from the previous performance. The phantasm appears. Okay. Actual singing. Another surprise in the middle game. Phantom Phantasm doesn't even seem that radical enough. I also wonder how do they even sing? It has to be backgrounds. Very cool. It has to be like lip sync, because this mask has no audio amplification or anything. No, man, they look pretty cool. And here is the ending where we don't pull out. Dancers from 20 different countries. And here's our girls. They're just seeing our own idols do their best, fulfill their dreams. It's a good ending, but it's like, was it worth it? Given that we could actually do something much bigger. Not bigger, but more unusual than. Then again, we don't know if like idols will ever get to be on stage of such an event again. So we are never like 100% sure what it's gonna be. Back to this game. Actually, wonder why did he have? I don't think he had a concert hall, which is weird because concert hall does provide a ton of income and all this stuff. Okay. Semite. Variant. Why is? Yeah, it's like OBS glitching when the current scene and is set, but the like the scene that I'm planning is not set. Like avatar, like my avatar doesn't show if both of them doesn't have an avatar, and then I can switch. Yeah. Okay, so Eternal Tsukuyomi of successful Olympics. Well, I imagine there will be 57. The fuck? I was. This ending was a whole hour. I mean, we talked a lot, so maybe that is the reason. So, don't mess up until July. Yeah. Don't have anything to do really. You can probably romance someone. Fujimoto, I imagine, won't, change his mind and become our husband. The fuck? Yeah, okay. Influence. Yeah, we can influence them to stay a little longer. And also, we've suddenly gotten a huge problem with bullying, which is really fucked up. Congratulations on making the big time. It's a privilege. It's a real privilege to be able to present the country on a stage like this, and you definitely earn it. Still not certain. How do you know about it? Let's. Yeah. How? I let a bird whisper to my fucking bird. I fucking get a pet eagle and make sure there's no little birds around this office. Just watch your back, alright? Wait, what? Watch my back? I'm not the only one who knows about your anointed stars. Let's make sure that nobody steals this away from us. Ah, so it's not still chapter 6, it only has started now. This proposal failed, yeah, of course. Shit, they got little stamina. It's like trigon, hexagon, fucking your stamina gun. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, over there. Good. Yeah, over there in the mine. Come on, come on, come on. Meme queen, but she's stupid as fuck. True. I mean, I don't mind, but I imagine if I keep on hoarding idols, it might be not so beneficial. Though her potential is 92, which is pretty good. I mean, let's try, let's try. I feel so hashtag blessed to be here. What? You've never heard someone say hashtag before? I mean, if you're into C#, maybe you've heard it. It's pronounced just like it's written. Wait, how is it written? What the fuck? I mean, how is there a connection? Regional. You could save scam more like platinum idols, but we're not going anywhere for a whole fucking year, so no point doing that. We can make elections, okay. Kind of wish concerts were a bit easier to make. Yeah. Yeah. Talk break. Talk break. Yep. Yep. Let's go. Smiley. Whoosh. How are you at 0, not on hiatus? Like, that's what I'm talking about. All of these idols who are like one leg in the grave. It's just because I had to burst out 200,000 fans in a couple months and make an international tour, fucking concerts, like a lot of stuff. They're still recovering. Okay. So already been there. Stuff. Like, she's so impressive. In how many 5 years she hasn't given us any trouble, and I mean her stats are starting to degrade a little, but other than that she's absolutely epic. Graduating soon. Okay. Yeah. So Tokyo Coliseum can we fill for 8k? Damn. It no, we have 8k exactly. Fill in the audience is cool, like a stage cool is cool, but now I want money. Yep. 1.5 billion projected. Wow. It's a lot. Projected hype. I can have another sign of that, but I don't see reason why. Like, the one problem I'm having is probably is the fact that my coaches are the ones doing the production, and it's actually not cool, and it to be not so cool. Yeah, let's speed up the game. I imagine we could have some like events during that time, but a year is still a whole fucking year. I think I'll not have any challenges from now on, right? So I might just focus on creating notoriety for idols. Ooh, haven't seen this model ever. Such a fancy baritone. The dress is also different. Ooh, that's a cool little bracelet. Yeah, nothing special. Shit, I wish I could have Ayana here too, so I could romance her. But without her, like, can't really romance anything. It's fucking impressive. How did he get his protagonist to level 100? Oh my fucking god. So much bullying. Where is he? I will just try to speedrun the business deals. Accessories, hairstyle. Place her in the new group. Who's being bullied also? Wait, she's being bullied by someone? Also bullied? What the fuck? Who's... How? Why would anyone bully her? She's like a perfect person. She's untouchable. What the fuck? What the fuck? She's made it for 100 mil. Even though she hasn't been around so long. Well, at least she's on hiatus, so... Okay. Got more money and fame. Is this an idol? Is this an idol? It's like that meme in where is like a Japanese student in an anime points at a butterfly is like, is that a insert, whatever. Yeah, let's go auditions. And rehearsal. I mean, my choreography trainers, coaches, do they do busy all the time. So hiring a professional who is better at production is, seems just kind of unnecessary. It's also kind of funny how you see this like 36 points of stamina, like 50 points. Like every single time they have to do this stuff. They just go back to our doctors' offices and just the doctors ask them what happened, and they're like, I just participated in a game show. Yeah, now I got PTSD. What? Like, it's. I think it's overstated how tired they get. So of course we get like they spend one day for that. Why would they be that tired? I mean, yeah, doctor also like restores the stamina within 1 or 2 days. So it's like almost like stronger than any energy drink or drug stimulant out there. Shit, people are not happy with their salaries. I'm still not paying her. I was fucking guilty conscience kicked in, and I was like, what if she is actually not, rich? I should actually pay her something at least, so she has some money for food. Yeah, a bit more. 10k yen, I imagine it's something children get to, I don't know, have lunch at school. And this one is for a week. So for 7 days she got 2,000, 150 yen, and 150 yen to 1 United States dollar per day. Let's give her. So imagine a water bottle would be around a dollar, maybe $1.50. And on top of that, 2 meals I imagine would cost at least $8. So yeah, let's go $10. We're gonna pay her $10 per day. That would be 10,000 yen. Wait, what? Might be wrong. Wait, I think I've miscalculated something, but I think she does have at least $10 for a day. Yeah, let's add 14 just in case. So we're sure she isn't, you know, famished and tarnished and doesn't have money to even get to the station or whatever. 5k. Kosaka Nikor. Almost like Nina Kosaka, okay. I actually wonder, what has Nina ever sang live? Maybe for her like membership streams. Membership streams. I wonder how people actually view memberships on YouTube right now, because it's actually something like a middle ground between Patreon and fucking Twitch subscriptions. Damn, that's all the hype. Let's start getting it out of our system. Dun 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 dun. Dun. More hype. Ooh, almost. Hype. Wait, what? Are you serious? It landed on green. Why did I get an error? There is, it's on green. There's not supposed to be any incident. What? Game, what the fuck? Oh, that one was close. Should I? Yeah, let's restore stamina. And it's enchants minimal. Whoa, shit! That's some nice cash. Teens didn't like it, hardcore loved it, but hated the ticket prices. We know. Trendy bonus appeal with teen and young fan adults. Less appeal with adult fans. Not really funny. Not too smart. Vocals kept. Dancing is decent. Sexiness, I guess it will raise with years. Yeah, let's take her, put her to the new red group. My third group. Wait, why? What the fuck? Why did I shouldn't have completed the concert. We had to do the fucking the election. I think you will have to. Yeah, get what the fuck? Viral campaign, fake scandal. Let's go this one. Yeah, I need to have a concert, of course, because it's like insane fame points, and it's exactly what I'm looking for right now. Now that we don't have any other reason to grow, like do anything really. I don't even know why would they put a year of waiting. Wait, no. Continue. Cancel the fatigue shows because they don't bring us anything else. No goodbye. Summer charts. So metal is still everywhere. The fuck? Bible Black God. Fucking. Is there like Survival Black. Fuck, is it? Yeah, maybe this one. This one seems pretty fine. Fuck. Survival Black is this game and later this anime. Not even anime, it's a fucking hentai and hentai game. Actually, I've played 2 games from this like artist or whatever. They were both pretty bad. I don't know like what it even is expect. It's just the whole. I don't know. It's a game and no one will see you play it, and that's why we allow ourselves to be as not offensive but as free in our like expressiveness as possible. If I decide to relaunch it, what will it take? Let's relaunch all of that. Yeah, Lux is a new platinum idol who I rolled luckily. Though she's 22 and her sexiness doesn't. Well, it doesn't matter. Whether it rises with the age or not. Graduation plan 2031. Yeah, not so soon. So should we? We'll see if it's gonna be cancelled September 3rd. Wait, what? Ah, wait. It's already September 6th. Why cancel? But I can't cancel the relaunch. What happened? Powers that maybe I could stay longer. Nah, mate. Goodbye. Yeah. Why do you offer me an idol with like 0 stamina? It's like if I didn't notice that she'll be fucking on hiatus for half a year. Another trap, okay. Shit, this one could be given to the new girl. So let's see how the graduate idols doing. Vintage, the girl we just fired. Well, she actually left on her own. Her graduation date was really early for some reason. Pulls on in a decent side income as a stock photography model. So I guess she wasn't really interested in our like little organization here. She was going to become a model anyway. Works as a promotion staffer at Pony Island Records. Didn't someone mention that Pony Island? I think it's like a local, really big and old business. Not you. Why not? Please stop letting. You're like the best idol out there. You're on hiatus. Why did you stream on hiatus? Just said during a live stream event that she sometimes fantasizes about punching other group members. The stream has been taken down, but fans have already clipped the remark and are sharing it on social media. Yeah, so it's a joke. We didn't get any outcome. No bonus, no penalty. So guess rival does protect us. Right, okay. This girl is really stacked, man. Let's see who else. Like I'm playing maximum speed and we're not even. You still got more than 6 months till July. Fucking hell, man. Maybe we could actually. Did I want to watch anything? Man, Buildzoid is there. Top 10, all the stuff. Actually, I just downloaded good old Mountain Blade, but I'm not sure when I will play it because, you know, it's such a game that usually has you spend weeks on it before you can achieve anything in the game. I can set up console final. Fuck, I pressed it. Yeah, I select those songs. Even the centers of the songs are missing. That's how long it's been. This girl, why does she not leave? She's also like, if you put her in a, like make her be, like even participate in a song that is political, she'll come to you with a little event and say like, what the fuck are you doing? I specifically requested that I'm not to be involved with political songs or whatever. And you're like, well, I don't care. And she's like, what the fuck? Why are you saying that right in my face? And so you just part ways, and she keeps on running the show. She's like, I wish she had like higher stats. If she were like golden or even platinum, she would be actually insanely strong because she's free. I'm not paying her anything. She's not being bullied by anyone for some reason, and it's just wow. That's a cool bug, I guess. If it's not a bug or a glitched relationship thing, like I don't even know what could it be. Wait, she's singing twice. Oh, this one is decent. Yep. 73%, shit. Yeah, we'll through the logistics first.
開始します。
Okay, now I think we should be able to. Yeah, continue. Yep. Fuck. Oh. 400,000? Wow. Such a small number. You could top the chart, this chart easily. It's also, I don't get how there are idols with perks that make them like much weaker than they got no than we are not in the top of the chart. But the chart is monthly. How you have to make a micromanage so much to be in top of the chart every single month. And they'll be bitching about it every single time. Yep. Should I? Maybe I should have.
終了します。
Left this part out because it's not so anything. Lux isn't happy with her salary. Oh yeah, she's a major entertainer here, so should receive much more. But Ryuko still doesn't move. Damn. I want to check what kind of games they have. Phoenix Wright. Oh, exactly. Yeah. I want to finish Phoenix Wright. At least this chapter. Yeah, let me finish here. And we'll move to Phoenix Wright. Don't mess up. Yep, not messing up. I'll have to do two of these because one is here before you, and the other one is here for Aya. Naya. Fuck, 9 hours ago. It has been so long. Shit. One thing I actually never sleep. Fujimoto, yes, it's Fujimoto run. We've been playing for 2 days and 12 hours. Insane. I mean, not with me, but I did grind a ton so far. And this is only that save when I've had another one. Wait, what the fuck? Is this? No. Are you seeing this? Let me show you. The fuck is that?
Repeat after me. I, V, do solemnly swear
I, V, do solemnly swear
that I shall faithfully serve the new United States of America
that I shall faithfully serve the new United States of America.
On behalf of all Americans, I thank you for your service.
You know, taking that oath,
Was it
bad idea.
Keanu Reeves is still in the game? Phantom Liberty. So next year, shit. Is it? It can't be a DLC, right? I mean, let's see the gameplay again.
You know, taking that oath,
The graphics doesn't seem that different.
idea.
I mean, CD Projekt Red are known
Shall
for
faithfully serve states of
their like epic DLCs, like with Blood and Wine in The Witcher 3. Stoneheart was it has a lot of cool ideas, but it's not revolutionary like gameplay wise.
America.
I've seen a lot of new special effects that I haven't seen before, and the shooting seems somehow different.
Faithfully serve the new United States of America.
I mean, it's pretty weird how they're all shooting her. Or is it a guy? No, I think it's a female because hands are not too big.
On behalf of all Americans, I thank you for your service.
You know, taking that oath. Bad idea.
Bad idea. Yeah, Keanu is a really good actor. I mean, these are of course scripted bodies. They don't look like a ragdoll at all. The level design doesn't seem to be like too cool. Nothing like Deus Ex, of course.
Of America.
They honestly did a good job, like covering whatever. I imagine it's like a purely story-based DLC. It's not gonna have, separate weapon roster or like a completely different character. Did it show as a character?
Repeat
The
after
game
me.
does look a bit unrecognizable.
V. Do solemnly swear
IV. Do solemnly swear
that I shall faithfully serve.
And Johnny wouldn't be there if it weren't V. Also, United States could not have be there unless it's like a bit further in the future. So it might be. Could the government be created like within a year? Because we didn't really have much time left, right? And I imagine the canon-wise, like the most probable ending is the one, like either the secret one, where V is like all about, luxurious lifestyle, or the one where we leave the city with the fucking nomads, in a tank. And that would actually make a lot of sense because we have right now we have what seems to be a completely new place with different filters and all. The cars also seem to be different. Like this one, is it even a car? I think it's a car.
I
No, it's likely it won't even have
do
cars
solemnly
available.
swear
IV.
No, this seems to be a road. Maybe it's like Las Vegas of their time. But this is a palm. Yeah, palms. So it's likely a whole new location, a whole new map.
Do solemnly swear.
Hands above the head, so
that I sh-
the same game engine, I imagine. No, not just. Of course, it's the same game engine, but it's the same, like, technology-wise. Okay, yeah, but actually pretty cool to learn about it. Let's see. But it does start to remind Deus Ex a lot. And I think it's actually a good direction because Deus Ex failed with their like oversaturated, but what am I supposed to do here in this small ass location? Gameplay that only lasted for like a couple hours. At least in Cyberpunk they had, you know, a more visually impressive storyline and more just freedom, you know. Yeah, what was it? Things right. Yep. Loading content. Content loaded. Let me switch. Like I would finish the idle manager, but I know for sure that a year takes more than an hour, and we got 2 playthroughs, so I gotta prepare both of them to be finished now. Phoenix, right? Wait, what? Okay. There are actually different games about phoenixes, like actual phoenixes, and not even care. You know. Why doesn't capture? Yep. This one. Clockwise. Yeah, the screen is cut off a bit, but it's not noticeable now. They fail investigation. December 27th. 2 p.m. Writing call offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A minor of crime that I committed. A minor of murder. Think he killed? I don't believe he told no, not Edgeworth. What was his name again? Kisaragi Kenji? Something like that. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had them swooning in the eyes. Man? Swooning, me. Oh, yeah, I do. I remember feeling that faint. Right, Tom, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Me? Well, I might not. Maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, there's a truth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow your head. Bow before a hero. Larry, you really helped out in this trial today. You did. You weren't. You weren't there, Larry. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, the boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But AJ ain't off the hook yet. Wait to spoil them with Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was taking, AJ seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling me the truth about that night? Like, at this point, edge and cringe, like, you cannot go around it when you see them. You just the connotations have become weak and cannot even be taken, you know, as given. I mean, can you really know he stands the truth about that night? Nick, I don't know. Wait, I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to believe you two until the end. Us two? Hi, Jordan. Who else? You mean me, right? He means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? I, I'm actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with that silent treatment. Well, he could just say that he believes in both of them. Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a joke, don't you think? We didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. When we two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school they saved me. And later they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what he's talking about? Sorry, I can't forget. Hmm, okay, Narhodo, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of third grade. I was on trial, a class trial. Class school trial? Remember Larry, spring end of third grade, a kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. In an envelope? Anyways, kid's envelope disappeared with $40 worth of Skrilla. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyways, envelope had been stolen during PE classes. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. I just thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, thief. Give your money back. Just admit you did it. Tell us the truth. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Give me my 50 cents. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. Should be ashamed, amateurs. Uh, Miles? It was you who stole my money, was it? Wait, wasn't. Yeah. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone has been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yay! Why would you need proof? Rusa! It is always how it is. Everybody is getting up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. Class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. Yeah, you did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, it's actually, I imagine most of people who like have a strong sense of justice also had a story like, not the same story, of course, but something similar. And I myself also had a story with that, but it was me kind of gaslighting a bully who's been like completely unstoppable and fucking with the whole class. And I like gaslit him, and he quickly realized who that it was me. And then not like things escalated a lot, and just I was like forgiven kind of, but still it didn't end there. So, but it was when I realized that yeah, life is like social life is challenging, might be challenging. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off for the time. Oh, if I had been there, they would have thought I had done it. So I took it kind of personally. See, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, drove the night after that class trial. That was when I heard his father was defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Going to become a defense attorney, just like my father, a famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later, when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about Kitsuragi in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark suspicious of a demon attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulated testimonies, covering up facts." The actual said that he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict, anything. But why? It happened, I mean, that's not the Edge I used to know at all. That's what I thought, I've also thought. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it all. I want to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. I decided. So, that's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me, whether he wanted or not. I mean, yeah, it is a little weird, but given that attorney is, a decent, well-paid profession, from what I know, and he had like a strong sense of justice. Yeah, it was a good option, good life decision. Edward believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edward. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Narhudo. So, is that why you helped me out there for free? Uh, yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Naruhodo. Naruhodo. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it will very well be. For there is that rental boat shopkeeper. In the find out who or what he is. I'd there for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Let's go. So we're not gonna do anything here. Oh, I was hot out there, hot. Glad someone is happy about how this case is going. He's too happy to show anything. Oh, he doesn't really react to the... Yeah, he doesn't care at all. Now let's go move to where? Detention center? Summer 27, detention center visitors room. Heard a story about class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen. Was it in third grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Narhol, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edward, did you know the trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney? Ridiculous. Man, that's it doesn't sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, haven't you? Have you? Right. So simple to hold even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Ezra. Um, perhaps. Why prosecute? Why do you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you want to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yeah, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanagi Yugi. He had to be the shooter in any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. Yes, the Yanagi Yugi is the old guy that has fled from the court not so long ago. Like, are the witnesses really released until before the trial is done? I thought they would be like, oh, waiting until the end of the trial before they can move. I mean, I didn't have that much experience with that. I've last time I've been to a trial, I was just asked like, are you like in defense of the defendant or the sort accused person? And I was like, of course I'm like I'm here on the side of the accused because it was like a dispute about some kind of real estate land or some shit. I'm not exactly involved with it, but I know the place. Even now I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yugi's attorney argument in the court. He claimed Yanagi Yugi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yugi was released due to lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Von Karma is my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. He's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly? He knows that the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent ever. I know, it's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job is find a suspect guilty. He's right. Now it's not time to praise the enemy, Edgewood. Strange situation in which I found myself, I'll admit. Machida, huh? Nick, no. It's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right, he's now probably isn't good time to dredge up those old memories. What is it? Nothing. Not the money. Arigato. Nande monai. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 20th, its statute of limitations runs out. Could be the coincidence. But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. What is the next one? First, let's go. That Gumshoe is not here. Gumshoe, he won't be coming today? Really? Because there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Oh, the Yogi, of course. Yeah. Lake entrance? Hey, what the fuck? Why aren't you? I mean, yeah, the Yogi is supposed to be somewhere here. Close one to the air? In the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have this scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. They see you tomorrow, okay. This like bird sound I mentioned, it's so like weird and distracting. What the fuck? What's still eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is close to. I guess Larry's was too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Too busy. It's not like he can do anything about it. He's just well, maybe a witness. I we can't even go to the forest again. That old caretaker got away. Yep, I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I'd know that clearing of the fraud anywhere. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? The days of my youth like the scent of fresh lemon, yes sir. Mr. Grosberg, this is no time for idling. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Oh, that's true, yes sir. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. Huh? If you find anything out, come by my house at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance. What do you think Rosberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Wait, can I enter? Hello, hello. Oh, it's Polly. One of the owners program, Polly. Hello, hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his prepared family for himself. There seems to be some food left anyway. Those two parrots eat fruits and Is it rice? Well, here is not the number to the safe, right? That's right. But what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Dick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money there. Oh, what the fuck do you know? I mean, that would also be like... Would you loot someone's shit if you knew they were a criminal on the run? Like, you know that person isn't morally, well, and probably not even mentally well, and the money could have been stolen, and a stack of reasons why not to trust the owner of loot here. Would you still take it? It's not that big of a dilemma. Like, you should hand it to the police, but I don't know. I think I would take a nickel or two, just because I've played too much Disco Elysium. Shit, I've actually haven't played Disco Elysium for a month, imagine. Fucking hell. There's no name or signature on this thing. Handwritten, precisely clear letters. Edgeworth. How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Pull Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the ice boat, firing twice. It's exactly what I figured out today in court. Why couldn't we open the safe earlier? I did try. It would be like, oh, it's not morally correct. Like, what could an old person near a murder scene even keep in his safe? Of course, it won't be like money, and if it were money, we wouldn't take them anyway. So, yeah. I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. He was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? Whoa, so he's not even the main antagonist, seems. Okay. Hammond? But Hammond isn't involved to that degree, right? One thing's for certain, this letter is an amazing clue. The bird is gonna hit me for not taking the... Everything's cold, looks like he didn't turn the heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. What's wrong? Just when I saw the TV I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. That fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe I should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Showing the character even more. Well, we can't just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe better not. Metal detector? I mean, you could probably make some money with metal detector. What are the most profitable games to be fishing in? Cult of Lamb will differently than Final Fantasy, maybe? Like a million gil for some rare fucking fish. Then what else? I'm not sure actually where else is the fishing. Seems for it isn't that profitable because you only can get maybe 2 fishes per hour, 2 fish per hour, and all of it is gonna worth at most like maybe 1 to 300 simoleons, which is not that money. With how much effort you have to like put in. I mean, there is not actually there is like almost no effort. Just click on the pond or whatever, and it's done. Wait, what? No time to waste. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Any ideas? Well, this is all tied to the DLC in then. We'd better find out as much as we can about that murder for tomorrow. Grossberg. He's out again. Detention center? Show him the new evidence. Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant who you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right, but I don't remember that old man at all. So he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? Those says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on DL6. Wait, that old man. Wait, do you know who he is? Yogi, could he be Yogi? A suspect in DL6 and the one who was found innocent. Yeah, Nagi Yogi. He was a court bailiff at the time. He just happened to be in the elevator 15 years ago. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long I felt like forever. There thin and the darkness closed in on us in the little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet, I said, quiet. You are not making this any easier. I want to get us out. Don't shout, you will just use more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in the hospital back staring at the ceiling. In court, Yanagi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yugi was found innocent. But isn't it strange? The letter tells him to get revenge on Ashworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. What's the... You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. Crime I committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell. I dream about my father's killing in the dark. Oh, I can't breathe. You're using my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In the days I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from your father. Ah! And with a scream I awake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But it's just a dream, right? I mean, is there like actually completely made up dreams out there? Like that are completely like untrue, not connected to reality in the list? Because I think most dreams out there are like motivated by something. I've also had one dream when I get lost, and one dream I used to have because I was growing up, and it was like me sitting in a like in a circus, but at the very like last back row. But it was like the the whole circus arena was so high up and so like steep that it felt like you would fall if you try to move through your seat and just roll down from a really tall, structure. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. They say that sometimes people shut out their memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it, it's that way. This makes sense. Get your revenge on my husband. Think about it. Yugi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. By Edgeworth, you, it was me. I was a true criminal on DL6. I shot my father. It's bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? Don't know. I think there is. I don't think there's anything we can do like it or not. That's also one thing I don't like about English, how you can negate in so many ways for some reason. Like no one would think there is something you can do. I do not think there is anything you can do. I think not. I cannot imagine like what is there anything to do. I don't think there is. I think there is nothing we can do. I don't think I think there is. Uh, like we cannot do anything about it. It's like so many ways to negate. Oh, wait. I think I see a really juicy gameplay. Let's actually watch it. It's there is someone else who knows about DL6. Who exactly? So move? Move where though? Rosberg is missing again. Let's try again, maybe he's... Oh, now he's here again. So he has something to say. But let me... Actually, what is it? Okay, this should be cool. Transition. Come on. Okay. So, Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. And I think the first part of this is something I've played a lot, actually. Some years ago. What the fuck was so...
Dark Lord Sauron's influence spreads far across the lands of Middle-earth. Goblins descend from the Misty Mountain.
Yeah, we know what the game was about. Wait, what? Is it a DLC? What the fuck? Yeah, it's a 2006 game. What the fuck? I've played this game and the first part of it actually. It's really actually a really cool RTS with a lot of like cool character implementations, and the story campaign is also really cool. Yeah. Shit, I thought it's gonna be like a new game, but no. They just realize that adaptations are bad and strategy games are even worse. Okay. Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled? No kidding. I can believe you or not. Uh, my. Just calm down. Tell me what's happened. Huh? It's Mr. Edward. I see. Soldier dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. It's only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, huh? So consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This led me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real, as you imagine. So Edgeworth threw a pistol to save his father. Pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I can't believe it. Yogi was suspected for murder. Is it something? Yeah. Last he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth, but nothing is. You should be fine like that. He sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations, of course. Wait, what? He could have. Maybe he like invited the Edgeworth and the other guy because he used statute as a bait of some sort. Hmm. So anyway, getting tired of it now, guys. So guess I'll stop here for now. We'll continue next time. Bye.